Yo! Alright, yeah. This is just going to be a video on autism and how it affects me, basically. I know that out there, that just there appears like a white light on the recording. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a sign of enlightenment, but yeah, just no noticed that a few minutes ago. I thought it was interesting. Anyways, yeah. So, autism. Well, I mean, to be fair, I had to look up a good definition for it because definitely a few ways you could describe it. But yeah, generally, it's just for what I got it on the internet, it's just defined as a neurodevelopmental condition that affects how people communicate, interact, and perceive the world with symptoms appearing early in childhood. And early in childhood basically is referring to before the age of 3, from what I looked up. Yes, and according to UK law, it does count as a disability. It does pass the two defining features of a disability, if I can find it now. Yeah, so it's a mental impairment and it's long term. Yeah, autism does not go away and you cannot cure it. So yeah, it's a disability according to the Section 6 of the UK 2010 Act law. All right, so I'm going to get these notes, well, talk based off of what the notes I got from the National Autistic Society website. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, all right, we're going to start with the communication though. So yeah, oh yeah, I'll only mention things that actually affect me from what I can remember at least. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with a thing called echolalia. I think I'm saying that right. It's defined as the repetition of words or phrases spoken by someone else, often occurring automatically and without conscious intent. I've definitely done that before. I can't provide any examples though. Yes, autistic people also have difficulty taking turns in a conversation. I've definitely struggled with that. I do recover quickly. I do make the mistake, but I recover quickly now. Sarcasm's another difficulty. I don't really have that. I don't really slip up that often with sarcasm, to be honest. Um, Uncomfortable to do eye contact or prefer not to. To be fair, I'm fine with eye contact, but there will be times where I just avoid it because it does feel a bit uncomfortable, and I can feel it as well. I'm getting better at eye contact. I'm definitely growing a lot with that one. All right, routine now. That was quite quick. Routine. Yeah, there's probably more could add to that communication section, but yeah, I'm gonna move on anyways. It's fine. Routine now. I really like putting things in order. It just looks better if it's in order. Before I finish my first year at uni, what I'd do before I sleep is I'd have up to 5 items on my bedside table. I'd have my Cambridge card, card. That's what it's called. My room key, my earbuds for listening to music, my water bottle, and my phone in the same exact order. So it'd be the closest to the back wall is phone, then cam card, room key, earbuds, water bottle, in that order. Things can not be present. Yeah, that's what I said up to 5. But as long as I know where they are, it's fine. But yeah, I still put them in that order, and I leave a gap. I leave a gap for whatever's whatever's not on the bedside table currently. So yeah, I just like it like that. I definitely like putting things in order when I was younger as well. I can't think of any examples of that though now. Aside from maybe just putting things in the color order of the rainbow colors, and that's about it. Oh yeah, but there was one example. All right, no, okay. So what I was gonna say is that I don't like. I mean, even regarding routines, yeah, I do not like changing random changes in routines. Well, I really didn't when I was younger, but I definitely gotten better at adapting. But by routine, I don't mean like a morning routine, not necessarily at least, like waking up, brushing teeth, and whatever. I could even mean something as simple, just having something that I know will be there. Like I see it every day, or I keep it with me. Kind of like a safety toy or something, maybe, or just a safety item. That's the best way I can explain it. I when I was young, I did have meltdowns if I didn't have those kind of safety items when I did have them. A big example of that was all right, so I used to play this mobile game called Angry Birds Epic. And once you beat one of the bosses, you got this golden key that allowed you to lock a new area. And sometime in primary school, I managed to come across this piece of golden tinsel that it literally linked in my mind as that golden key. I put the golden key up right here. If just to remember for editing, put it here. All right, it resembled that, and it immediately got attached. I just held that thing, and then for whatever reason, I was lining up to go back inside after break time, and one of my friends just took it out of my hands, and I think he dropped it down. He dropped it down somewhere that I couldn't reach, and yeah, I started crying. I absolutely broke down. Can't believe my guy did that. Can't lie. Honestly, they were. I mean, they were trying to tell me, oh, it's just a piece of material or whatnot. Like, no. That wasn't just a piece of material. It wasn't just a piece of material. It was that link to the golden key in that game I love. Like it's a lot deeper than a piece of material for me. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to move my table. I also prefer accurate info given to me. That's precise as well. Just so I know just so I can predict what future events are gonna come, and so I can be ready for them. They won't jump scare me. I'll be ready for them. Uh, because when I was younger, that did lead to meltdowns. Again, adaptability improved, so don't struggle that much now. But I did actually have a meltdown. I cried because I went to this after school club in primary school. I think almost the entire time I was at primary school. But one day, it was on a Thursday afternoon, and one day, yeah, for like a period of few weeks, I had to do Holy Communion classes at that time instead. And then the first week I had to do that, I was told by my mum, and I think the staff doing the after school club as well, that I was doing the Holy Communion thing. And yeah, the first time I broke down because I was like, wait, what? What? Why am I doing that now? Who? Nobody, and no one told me prior to this, by the way. So yeah, a recipe for disaster. And then after that time, I was completely fine with it. So again, I guess it was mainly the difference now is just that I adapt faster, a lot faster. Anyways, moving on to the next section would be repetitive behaviors, also known as stimming. Um, repetitive movements and behavior, sorry. Stimming is short for self-stimulating behavior. In fact, I'm doing it right now. Literally, there's under my table, which me and my mum helped create. There's this thing I can put my leg on. I'm just removing it and adding it right there. Adding it. So yeah, aside from that stim, which I'm doing currently, there's quite a few. There's a lot. Honestly, when I looked on the website, though, it was surprised me how many things count as a stim apparently. Absolutely crazy. The most common ones for me are hand flapping, spinning on a chair if it's a spinny chair, jumping around, looking at patterns. I honestly, that surprised me. I didn't even know that was technically a stim. Apparently it is though, so. Listening to songs on repeat apparently is as well. Love doing that. Hair twirling. I don't do that very often, but well, I guess just to make sure my dreads are tight enough. Well, yeah, not coming loose. I just like to do this, so I guess that's one of the newer ones with this hairstyle coming in. Pen spinning. Yep. Oh my days. There was a really embarrassing scenario that pen spinning I did in primary school. Actually, no, it wasn't pen spinning actually. It was similar, but it wasn't precisely pen spinning. But yeah, in year four, I was doing whatever in class, and I had these two pens. Maybe one of them was a pencil. Oh yeah, I think it was either two pencils or a pen and pencil. And what I would do, okay, let me try give an example of this. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna get my whiteboard pen, pencil. So what I do is I do this on the table. I do that. I'd force them together. I'd lay them, push them on the table, and do that with it. And as you can see from that motion, once they lose contact, it didn't end well. Because once I was doing it, because normally I try my best to make sure they didn't lose contact, as in one slid right past the other. But that did happen. One did slide past the other, and the pencil in question went flying right across the room. And it hit someone as well, by the way. I went to pick it up. It hit someone as well. And I think they brought it up to the teacher, and the teacher during I think this is afternoon. They were investigating by themselves who could have done it. And they were looking around. I was like, oh yeah, and I was like, nah, okay, I can't let myself get caught. And I did get away with it because they just said, hey, the teacher did say at the end of the school day, hey guys, let's not be throwing stuff like that around. And yeah, got away with it. Really smooth criminal, I must say. Other stims as well. I think I used to have smelling and tasting stims, probably, but I don't have any of those type anymore. I think the smelling in question probably was just smelling nice food a bunch, I guess. Like it would definitely become a stim to just constantly sniff food that smell nice. And tasting, okay, you know what? I can't recall anything about tasting. But yeah, stimming is done to self-regulate or just enjoy yourself. And for me, it's pretty much self-regulate, but also enjoy as well, actually, but mostly self-regulate. And I do mean self-regulate. I mean, I can feel it, like when I'm doing talking in a conversation or just doing work, I can feel some type of bar just going up in my head. And then once it gets near to full, that's when I need to make sure I just take a break and stim or just do something else. But that something else probably counts as a stim anyways. Actually, no, not always. But yeah, just do something else. But yeah, in the case that I do stim, yeah, I'll do it to just drop that bar because I can feel it rising, honestly. All right, on to the next section then. Sensory processing. So yeah, this is split into two categories, hypersensitivity and hyposensitivity. Hypersensitivity, more sensitive than other people to things. Hyposensitivity, less sensitive to than other people to things. And then you can also maybe have a mix. I have a mix after remembering uh, certain things from my past. One of the things, all right, this is hypersensitivity. All right, when I was in primary school, sat at lunch, when I was having packed lunches, not hot meals, sat at the lunch table with friends. Almost every single time I did that, some kid, I don't even know who it was. I'll never know who it was. But every time I got there, no matter how early I got to that damn lunch hall, bro, there was always, God, there was always a yogurt wrapper, a Peppa Pig one specifically, every time without fail, a Peppa Pig one, a yogurt wrapper with yogurt on it, literally under the table every time, and it would literally trigger me. It would trigger me so much because the thing, yeah, it would just trigger me so much, honestly. And what's going to be even more, it was every time. Not only was it always a Peppa Pig one, but it was always under my table. My table specifically. I mean, I don't know about the other tables. I don't remember if I checked if it was, if it ever happened to other tables. I remember me and my friends just reporting it to the like a teacher or something because someone was doing it every time. How do you do that? Like, do you just not bin that? How does that even get left there? Are you just not binning that? Why? Oh my days. Like, why always under that table? The one I'm sat at. Honestly, I set up for failure with that one. I don't know who did that. And I never know. But that, honestly, thinking back on it a few days ago was funny as hell, I can't lie. We always refer to that as the Pepper Pig. We literally scream, oh, the Pepper Pig is under the table. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. We found it funny as hell. Anyways, an example of hyposensitivity. Uh, so I guess if I'm not getting enough sensory input, I think this is, yeah, I do what's known as sensory seeking behavior. I think, all right, I have to get it now. I forgot. I'm home now, and I'm gonna have to go grab it for wherever the hell I put it. All right, found it. Yeah. So my main sensory seeking behavior is squeezing a stress ball like this. Honestly, these things are magic. I'd be crying in primary school, and the TA would just give me one of these to squeeze, and I'd stop crying. Oh my God, bro. Generally, these things are amazing. Who made this? Great idea, honestly. Oh my days, I dropped it. But yeah, if I'm not getting enough sensory input, I will just play with it. Also like playing with pens as well, I think. Um, yeah, actually, just anything that was in my hands, I could get a grab, I could get a hold of. Whether it's a piece, a bit of glue, pens, pencils, whatever, I'll just play with it. I remember with rubbers, I just remove pieces of it and just play with it. Uh, oh, blue tack was my favorite one in primary school. Yeah, there was one of the guys sat at my table in primary school. I think this was year six. He taught me how he removed a bit of glue. He put it on the radiator next to the table, and then it would dry up the glue, and you could and I could play with it. Like I could roll it into a ball and play with it. Like oh my days, it wasn't as strong, nowhere near as strong as blue tack, which I did like as well. But it was good. I like that. Oh my days, fantastic work. I can't lie. Thank you for introducing me to that back then. I don't do that anymore. I don't use blue tack anymore. I can't lie. But at least I've got this. Right, moving on. Moving on. I'm gonna have to make a lot of cuts in this video. Um. So now moving on to behaviors, the biggest behavior I do related to autism is definitely masking. Masking is a huge one. All right. So this is the strategy used by autistic people, consciously or unconsciously, where they appear not autistic in order to fit into society and be more accepted or blend in. And yet it's literally learned by observing, analyzing, and mirroring behaviors of other people. I mean, honestly, that's what I've been doing almost my entire life. Because can't really do a big stim like hand flapping or stuff in a normal day-to-day life. I feel like that might not. I mean, to be fair, I think in my area actually, I do live quite close, very, very close to a disabled school. So yeah, maybe I got a bit of leeway there. But yeah. To be fair, it doesn't really bother me too much that I can't do that because I could always switch to smaller stims like this, which is what I do. That's one of the masking strategies actually. Switching to a lower. Okay, wait, no, hold on. First of all, okay, no. Okay, so before I get onto the examples of it, this is basically this includes hypervigilance of and constant academic. constant adaptation to preferences and expectations, whether it's obvious or just implied, of the people around me. And then I have to tightly control and adjust how I express myself to match that. But yeah, so examples include suppressing, which I do. Oh no, not suppressing. I reduce my stimming. Oh no, I switch to less noticeable stims. Oh my god. Or I hide them. I normally just switch to less noticeable, to be honest. It's fine by me. Or if I'm just focused on something, I won't even have to stim anyway. So usually. But yeah, one thing I do personally, as well as switching to less noticeable stims or just not stimming at all, is subconsciously I don't share personal achievements, milestones, recent events, memories with people I'm not close with. I mean, if you're just an acquaintance, you're probably not going to get that information out of me if you don't ask. Like, I won't bother to bring it up unless I consciously remind myself to. Because once I'm out of the conversation, oh yeah, I didn't mention that. Oh, it's too late now. They're gone. Yep. Only when I'm out of the conversation I remember. But yeah, that's just kind of reserved for family members and close friends. So yeah, um, I will eventually end up telling them. Usually, probably quite early actually, because since there won't be any masking involved. Yeah, so because I won't have to mask if at all. I'll barely have to mask in front of those people. So that's why. I think the mask literally just. Oh yeah, since I'm trying to fit in and blend in, I'm spending too much effort doing that. Since I'm spending too much effort doing that, I will literally forget to mention stuff like that. It's because I'm focusing a lot of energy on just the mask. So stuff that isn't directly important, like what I did yesterday, who I was with, anything. Even if it's a big achievement, like oh yeah, I got into this university or got these grades. Yeah, if you don't ask me and you're not a family member, close friend, yeah, you're not getting that. I'm sorry. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. Another example is monitoring eye contact as well, which I didn't. I think maybe I mentioned earlier, but yes, actually no, I didn't. But I will monitor how much eye contact I'm making to some degree. Probably just an estimate at best. Um, but yeah, since I've been doing it for years and years, it's become extremely efficient, and I don't think it will go away. I mean, to be honest, I don't really mind it. Honestly I'm fine with how I am. As long as I'm giving the information I need to give when I need to, I'm fine. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of adapted to be honest. But yeah, honestly, I don't think it'll go away. It's so subconscious and efficient as well. I mean, one of the things with masking is that it takes a lot of energy, so you might just burn out quicker. But damn, I think I've just gotten so efficient at it now. Another behavior, meltdowns, which I've mentioned various times in this video. Had them very, very often in primary school, honestly. I was a big sore loser. If I lost something or got something wrong in my studies, uh, literally meltdown 99% of the time. Yeah, definitely rough on my TAs. Anyways, yeah, it was literally just walking on eggshells around me. I mean, to be fair, there were people who deliberately stepped on those eggshells, but yeah, still were like walking around eggshells around me when I was younger. I think I just kind of grew out of this one, to be honest. It literally stopped after year seven. I don't think I've had one since. Yeah, literally not had one since, I don't think. So yeah, hooray! Uh, I think this is the last one I'll talk about. Organizing and prioritizing, another one as well. I did have problems doing this by myself. I don't have them now. Actually, to be fair, to some degree I do. To some degree I still do. No, not as bad as younger. I think the best example I can give is the very start of sixth form, so year 12. Um, my my form tutor asked us to make an example study timetable for our new A-level subjects that we're about to do. And I didn't even put anything on that timetable. It was already given to us, by the way. A template was already given to us. I didn't even put anything on there because I just didn't know. I mean, bruh, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just like multiple ideas colliding. I like, or what do I do here? And that's the best way I can explain it, to be honest. It's kind of like I just couldn't like decide on one thing to put down. Might need a better explanation for that. But yeah, that was it, to be honest. Yeah, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the video. Yeah, so if you got any questions about that, or any questions at all, yeah, feel free to drop a comment. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Oh my days. Anyways, oh yes, it turns out I was right. I missed one thing off on the communication thing. It's this thing called info dumping. So, from what I remember, info dumping is a communication thing autistic people do where they just explain a passion or interest in really high detail, like very high detail. And it feels completely natural. I mean, I info dump as well, but normally if I then got, I usually do it by myself because, yeah, normally when I want to do it, because it does, because one of the reasons I do it is for self-regulation. So yeah, if I'm feeling like, I mean, if I've like understood something in, like for example in physics or something, I'll literally info dump in my head actually. Yeah, maybe just in my head. Out loud some half of the time, and then in my head the other half. Just like spill it all out. Because again, that bar, drop it down. The bar is still there, trust me. But yeah, it's just to bring that bar down, and yeah, it feels good. Honestly, it feels, if you just really feel, you can feel the energy inside as well. You just really want to get it out there, and that's why I do it. I have to do it, honestly.